Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on RWA, our party made it to Camp Kaigal.
The ship moves towards the bubble, and as you pierce it, everybody can see that this is it was once an agrarian society. Many farms were here. Now it has become a fort.
Forces of chaos attacked the camp.
And you hear this like thunderclap, this boom, and the Malideus comes launching towards you guys.
The party quickly dispatched the nearby foes and created the Celestial Gate.
All of the remaining Aasimar run into the gate as fast as they can. Clouth and his son, Asmodeus, speaks the password and runs through. Everyone starts running into the gate, and you all have like that white light, and your eyes are starting to adjust just after you pass through the gate.
What lies beyond in the celestial plane? Listen now to find out.
A couple second rewind from last time. You guys are running towards the gate, and you pass through the barrier, and alongside you guys are like dretches that are like running with you, and they're hooting and howling as you guys are running, and everyone is running towards this gate, and it creates like just this flood of bodies, and you guys pass through the gate safely. And as you do, the dretches slam up against the gate, and you see nothing but like ash and ember as they hit the gate and they burn away. The first flood completely dissipates, and after that, the stupid beasts realize that they're not capable of getting through without dying. In front of you is the Celestial Gate, and Sarissa turns to all of you and says, "Come on, come, hurry!" And she steps through the Celestial Gate. It's just shy of 100 foot tall, and looks almost like a. In fact, you guys have seen it before. The startings of one, when Tin was holding on to the gate. During the zombie horde attack in Chult. You see these wrought iron like beams of light, and they're connected in this arched gate. They're spread open, and in front of you is just pure white radiant light. Sarissa disappears through the light, and so do the rest of the protected and the party. And as your eyes adjust from the blinding white light, you slowly see the blue sky. There's some clouds in the sky. You feel the cold wind against your skin as you step out into about a foot of snow. And looking around, you see the gray like granite type rock that these mountains are made out of. You are on one of the snow peaks. The air is thin up here, but not unbreathable. It's just difficult. And as you're looking around, you can see many, many mountain peaks, but you can't see ground. They sit up above like a layer of thick fog down below. And you're looking around. The gate behind you is still open, and you can actually now see through it into the material plane. And as you're looking, you start to see Dander wading through the demons, and he pushes some of the demons up against the ward, and they start to burn. You see him like look down to the side for a second, and he makes like a motion, like a circular motion with his hands after a little bit, and then brings his hands straight up, and it cuts through space a tentacle comes out, wrapping around him and pulling him through. When he disappears and the scar seals back up, all of the demons start becoming pure chaos. They're just kind of running around. The dretches start forming like loose, like a loose, what do you call it? Pack. Yep. And they start like ripping off into different areas of the mountains that you guys came from, the Cloud Peaks. Not long after you see this, the gate closes, and the gates close shut in front of you, and space starts reforming. And as it reforms, right behind that gate is a extremely large giant, about twice the size of Sarissa, and has this skin that almost becomes rainbow-like in the sun. It's semi-metallic looking, where you can see like gray or like a gray-black, a red, a purple, all sorts of different colors in the skin.
Kind of like he's roast beef that's been out too long.
Right, yeah. That's disgusting, but right on.
Yeah, it's because he's a big, disgusting, stinky
giant. He's got a wild white mane, pulled back. Like the top part of his head of his hair is pulled back into a ponytail, and the rest is like left to lay against his shoulders. He has a patch on one of his eyes, his left eye, and he's got several scars all over his body. It's interesting, Kinian, because like as you're like looking at this giant, it almost seems like as he's moving his head and kind of surveying you all, you can almost see Sarissa in his face. Like it's kind of like when you look at a kid and you're like, oh yeah, he looks like his dad or looks like his mom, or like a relation. You can kind of see it, and Minette, when you're looking at this figure, as he moves, you can kind of see Guh in his face, the big fat giant from way back when.
The one in the dam.
Yeah, in the dam. Yeah. Yep.
He definitely looks like that.
Yeah. You can see like it's weird. Like you can just see some resemblances there, but as he slightly turns his face, it's lost. And Sarissa says, "Anem, we have come to commune." And he says, "It looks like you've come to do more than commune. Looks like you're taking refugees. What are you doing here?"
We heard you had an infestation problem.
Yeah, there's a bunch of giants around here.
We do not let Keo speak.
Okay. he pipes up and Minette like closes his beak and he's like,
I think the big question here is, does Keo speak giant?
Yeah.
Dur.
Yeah, we're definitely not letting Keo speak.
Yeah.
So
he's speaking common.
So from like that story perspective,
yeah.
In my mind, as soon as everyone walked through the portal and everyone was looking back, Kinian turned away from the group and crouched and pulled the amber shard out of the bowl.
Okay.
And dumped the contents of the bowl into his bottomless hole. Like trying to, like, everybody's distracted, like looking at other stuff.
Okay.
Like this was like his chance to stash the stuff.
Sleight of hand, please.
So yeah, he's stashing the stuff and keeping the amber shard to put it back in. It's not terrible. It's a 13.
Okay.
Like anybody with a decent passive perception would notice, like, me crouching.
Yep. +3 wisdom. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But still, like, I think I'm being secretive.
I think, oh yeah, that was a good idea. We might need those.
If I had seen it, I would think, good, he's keeping him away from the giants, but I didn't see it, so.
So basically, when like
I think
Anem popped up, like I was just standing up, like probably like hands on my chest type of thing.
Okay.
And also from a visual perspective, I doubt this thing could have gotten out of me without me taking my armor off. So
No, it's magic.
It's magic?
Yeah, it
Okay.
just kind of like phases through you.
Well,
Yep.
then I would have shoved it back in, basically. Been standing up, like looking uncomfortable.
Just a little heartburn.
What was the last thing he asked? What we're
Said-
doing here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plot.
So we heard you had an infestation, and we're here to help.
Not yet. We don't.
I walk over to Sarissa, who's large size at this point, right?
Mhm.
Large size. How tall do you think she is, essentially, at this point?
Just shy of 10 feet, probably.
10 feet? So not that much taller than me.
Yeah.
So, like, I walk up right next to her, like, possessively. Like, arm on Sarissa's back, and I
Sure.
look up at Anem, and I'm like, I'm here for her.
Interesting. You bring a dragon here.
Kyo stands up a little straighter, and 2 curls of smoke come out of his nose.
She says, and we've come about the ordning. Why don't we take this conversation to the city of Celestia? And,
Mount Celestia?
And yeah, he sidesteps like so the party and the camera can see right behind him is this large town, just shy, just big enough to be considered a city.
It's okay, we can stay at my dad's place.
Near the peak of this mountain off in the distance is a white-walled town peaked with these grays and like these gray stones. And you see some figures like on top of the walls standing forever guard. You see this tall bell tower is the largest structure here. And some smoke is rising up in the distance.
And I've seen this before.
Yes.
Not having any tact whatsoever. I point, and I'm like, and this is where the demons attack.
This is where they did attack thousands of years ago, back when Miska led the first wars of chaos.
Is Asmodeus with us?
He is.
Prominently?
He is. Yep.
Okay.
Some of the remaining students are there. Some of them have fled at this point.
Best tuition they've ever paid.
The wisest, though, find that your party is probably the safest place in the plains. Though it might bring the most threat, it also is probably the safest. So they're sticking around, and I believe you guys are at 280 Aasimar right now. And as they're like reading off the numbers, the Aasimars are going through the numbers. Not a single Aasimar was lost in the battle.
Except for the ones that were already lost.
Yes. Yep. That was the 10 that didn't make it. You guys are standing there, and as Anem lets you like take in the sight, he says, "Come," and he like makes a gesture, and then he takes one step, and you can see like just slightly his form end up just outside of town, like thousands and thousands of feet away.
I attempt to copy whatever gesture he just did.
It was just a step.
Just a step?
Yep, and you take a step, and you disappear.
Nice.
I do the same.
It worked.
Me too.
I skip as I go forward.
Okay, and as you do, you take your leave from this place, and you end up in the just outside of the gates, and then puts his hands on the gates to the city of Celestia, and they warm with this radiant light and dissipate. They don't open. They like disintegrate. And as you see, inside of the city is a hustling and bustling city, a city filled with devas, which are like angels. They're flying around with corporeal wings as opposed to Bond's radiant wings. And they are preparing for war. Some of them are baking bread. Some are making weapons. This is a living, breathing city. There's a few like very large buildings, and you notice that all of the signs are written in a language that most of you probably don't understand. Who understands Celestial?
Me.
Bond. Yeah,
Me.
there you
After
go.
I stare at it for about 10
Yeah.
minutes, I understand it.
Okay. You just gotta focus your eyes real hard.
Yeah. It's the strange light in this
Right.
in this place. It's a little too bright here. It hurts my eyes.
Right.
I've got the helm,
Okay.
so I
Okay.
do.
You notice the normal signs. You see like a library. You see like many different armorers. You see a temple to Lathander. You see like there's like almost like a courthouse, which is what has the bell tower on it. The generals walk up to you, Bond, and they say, "We need to find Gladia."
I think you're right. That seems like a very reasonable thing to do.
And Devo kind of looks up to Anem, and she says, "Anem, All Father, take us to Gladia, please." And he nods. He continues. He starts trudging into the city. He takes you up to the bell tower area, and opens the doors to this just absolutely beautiful building. All of the buildings here are made with like a sandstone, but it looks like it's got the texture of sandstone, but it looks like marble. So it's got like the white with gray marbling. Some of it's got like a sandy kind of tinge to it, but it's not like flush flat cut, and it's not because of any poor masonry. It almost looks like that's how it just has always been. Almost like the mountain around it withered and became the city.
Interesting.
He opens the doors here, and there's this very large room in front of you. It's a chamber of sorts. There's benches all around the room, and near the back center of this room is just this massive throne, and on top of this throne sits a female Deva with wings folded back, and she is grimacing towards you all. What do you do?
Does she look like Gladia, or?
Yes. Yep. She's probably Gladia. I don't think you know who Oh, yeah. You guys met her. Yeah, because she came through the gate. Yeah, it's Gladia.
Briefly.
Yeah, briefly. Yep. Vodette, I think, is like, "Oh, hi. Sorry about bringing you through that gate that one time. Thanks for all the help, though."
Does she respond?
She like arches an eyebrow. But no, she doesn't necessarily respond.
Is she attractive?
Very?
Is she large?
Yes.
Is she well armed?
Yes.
You've seen that
At
she's
least
powerful.
well armored.
So, Kinian has like no guile whatsoever.
Mhm.
Is just standing there dumbfounded, like mouth agape, just kind of just staring. It's like it's hit a point where it's beyond awkward, essentially.
Kinian has a thing for the big ladies.
Kinian's got a thing for powerful women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bon kneels down and pulls Celestia's mite out of the scabbard and says, Gladia, I present to you Celestia's mite in the time of the plane's need. We are here to save the planes.
As you present the sword, you notice like the sword. It almost feels like it's become powerful, but not gaining anything statistically. Like you just feel like it's connected to this plane somehow. It just feels home. And she says, "Welcome, and your assistance is going to be very needed."
While this is all happening, I kind of just elbow Kenyon to be less obvious.
Keo kind of apes what Pon's doing.
Okay.
And he pulls out bookmark and tries to have it point north, but, is there a north on this plane?
No.
And so it just kind of like wobbles around, pointing all different directions.
She says, Keo, Epido's son. Your father's here.
He is?
He is.
He didn't tell me.
Well, he tends to do that.
That's okay. I don't tell him everything either.
I look over toward Tin. I'm like, those things have fathers? I thought they came out of eggs.
We do.
And who made the eggs, Kenyon?
The mother.
Chickens.
And usually with some help.
That's not how it's worked for me in the past. And like he looks over at Sarissa. I'm like, I don't think there's eggs.
Oh my gosh.
Keo does like a there, it's okay.
There's like smoke coming, like a smoke smell coming from his brain. That's awesome. Take inspiration if you don't already have it.
Kenyon says something stupid. DM gives him inspiration.
It was clever enough. It was cleverly stupid. So she says, "I will waste no time." Minette,
Where's the flame?
she takes her staff and she goes, goof, goof. And in fact, in the center of the room, just in front of Bon and Keo, the smooth surface that is the ground starts like unlocking, almost like interlocked plates, and the center bit drops out just slightly, and then the next outer section drops out slightly, and then they pull apart and come back together and lift up. There's this brazier in front of you that is that has all these runes written on it. There's celestial and draconic and fey written all over this brazier, and
So like Sylvan.
yeah, yep.
I
And
can read 2 out of 3 of them.
you guys see this black flame in the center, and
So I take a little bit of what I have left of the algae, pack it in my pipe, and
Okay.
I light it off the flame.
Do I see?
No, you don't.
hold on. So when Keo does that,
Keo goes to move towards it, and I grab him.
so does Keo still do that?
Yeah, I can mage hand it over.
Okay, all right. So you grab Keo and
Black smoke.
and he mage hands it over. And as you do, Keo, the pipe drops into the basin, the brazier. You
okay.
feel like you've lost connection with the mage hand, and you see inside that algae, which was like this deep blue green, starts to turn gray. Even though the material itself is still intact, it's not withering. It's lost color, almost to this like gray translucent look.
Doesn't look appetizing anymore.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna have to get a new pipe.
I'm like looking down at the fire. I'm like, that looks weird. But does Kenyon make any connection that this flame is like on Minette's gloves, that the Bon has a tattoo of this.
I don't think Kinian's stupid enough not to.
Okay.
I feel that Kinian's clever enough to start seeing patterns. So
You'd
yeah,
have to have like a 3 or below to
Yeah.
not
Gotcha.
understand. that
Like-
this is
like
Especially, I'm sure like Meh actually like just like looks at his.
Like, are your gloves going
Glove for a
crazy right
moment.
now?
your gloves
Probably.
are visually moving now. So Minette has been able to see a slight shift in all of the tattoos and all of the because everybody's got a tattoo from the Aasimar. They're like decked out in black obsidian flame tattoos, and he's been able to see this slight shift in the flame, and it's all aligned to his gloves, and it's all aligned all back to the obsidian flame. And as you're like looking, you look at the flame and at Minette's gloves, and the flame is moving in synchronous. For Minette, it almost seems the closer you get, the faster it happens. Like it becomes more prominent, and that's probably just because of distance.
Are you gonna approach the flame?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna walk up with you.
I'm all over investigating.
Okay.
I'm speechless but enamored with.
Hey, Minette, what does the obsidian flame do?
Before Minette even answers, I'm just like, what's that thing do?
So Minette and Bon are like side by side in front of the obsidian
having
flame.
like a moment.
Yeah. And you ask, and then you hear Kinian from behind say that.
This is the reason you are alive. The Aasimar were crafted using the obsidian flame to fight in the Chaos Wars of old.
That's right, Minette, says Gladia, and she walks up to the flame in front of you guys. So you guys are on one side and she's on the other, and she says, "Bon, put your hand in the flame."
And I reach out and I'm like,
Can you grab my pipe while you're at it?
and I pause. I'm like, I don't see a pipe. I think it's gone. And I take my glove off
Okay,
and I stick my hand in.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't want his glove to disappear and turn gray.
that's right. You see some of like the magic around you guys, like almost like the area becomes slightly dimmer. It's less vibrant of a world as you put your hand into the flame. A couple of stones actually fall off of your helmet, Minette, and crack, and you start to notice like you can't really read those symbols anymore. You know what they say, but you can't read it. Bon,
I can read some of it because
you can read some of it.
I do speak Draconic.
Right. And Bon, you start feeling full. There's always been this like feeling in your life that you're not reaching your potential, your full potential, and it was something that was common in the Aasimar as a young child. Your father would tell you things like, you will only reach your full potential when you've become activated. And this is that moment. You have become an activated Aasimar. And when this happens, you feel as if like the radiant light around you starts burning deeper into you, and you feel your true soul purpose is to seek out and destroy demons.
I'm assuming I can take my hand out now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take my hand out and put my hands up and I'm like, ooh, tingly. And I cast the light cantrip on my hands
Okay.
so they start glowing.
When you do that, what comes out is daylight.
Oh.
yeah, cute.
Sorry, Gail, sorry. I point him the other way.
Hey everyone, I'm DM Alan, and thank you so much for joining us this week on Roll with Advantage. This is Season 3, Episode 35. Thank you to everyone who is listening. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And thank you so much to our patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. You help keep the show aired and help us do what we love to do over here on DM's Table. If you want to find out more on how to support the show and how to support DM's Table, go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DM's Table. If you subscribe, you're going to get access to really cool content like DM's Notes, the Tome of Epido, things like that. It's really, really great. You should go check it out. And while you're out on the internet, go check us out on Twitter at DM's Table and on Facebook at The DM's Table. It's there where you can hit us up through DM and ask us for access to our Discord. We'll send you over a link. We love bringing people into our Discord. We absolutely love hanging out with everybody over there. It's a really fun environment, very positive, and it's a gamer-driven community, so it's very fun. You should really check it out, so hit us up over on our socials. Make sure to subscribe over there too for more information on what we've got coming up, and yeah, go do it. Have you enjoyed the voice of Odette? Well, we enjoy Ryan as well. He makes fantastic content, and he is one half of the duo over at Roll for Initiative. That's Roll, the number 4, Initiative. And him and his wife Dawn do some really great D&D related, RPG related content, and you should go check it out. In fact, here they are right now to tell you a little bit more about themselves.
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Dawn, and let's get ready to roll for initiative. We're a couple that does videos on board games. We also do reviews and Game Master diaries.
We also do interviews, gameplay tips, painting tutorials, and plenty more. If you like what we do here, then don't forget to subscribe and comment on the videos.
And if you've watched this far, why don't you head on over to our Patreon where you can support what we do and get cool perks like early videos and free maps every month.
So enjoy the videos here on Roll for Initiative. Bye!
Go check them out. That's Roll for Initiative over on YouTube. All right, so now let's talk about this week's sponsors. This week's sponsors start with MetallicDiceGames.com. Metallic Dice Games is a phenomenal dice website that has awesome dice and dice paraphernalia. They are really fantastic, and in fact, we are going to do a giveaway. Go check out our Twitter for more information on the giveaway. We are doing a teal flash dice, and they are absolutely amazing. They look just spectacular. You should go check out our Twitter for a picture of them, and a little secret, because you're a listener and we love you. If you comment with a reactionary GIF from Adventure Time, you will get an extra seed in our drawing. So all you have to do is when you comment on the giveaway, you comment with a Adventure Time GIF. That will give you the extra seed. That'll give you a little bit of a leg up on just the average Twitter user. And that's a big thank you from us for listening. Like I said, we're doing the giveaway over on Twitter, so go check us out. And make sure to go over to Metallic Dice Games for all your other dice needs. While you're over there, use our coupon code DMSTable10 for an extra 10% off your next order. And get out there and get some dice. You know you dice goblins want some more dice. All right, now let's talk about Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform that has over 180,000 books to choose from. Audible is absolutely astounding. In my opinion, they offer the greatest audiobook quality there is out there, and I absolutely love their mobile interface. They work with all sorts of different devices on pretty much all platforms, and the best part about Audible is through our affiliation link, you are going to get a 30-day free trial, 2 free books, access to the Audible originals, and access to the best audiobook platform I believe there is out there. Go check out our link at audibletrial.com/RWA to help support the show and to get access to this fantastic content. Now, let's throw it over to Adam for this week's recommendation. Adam?
Hey guys and gals, this week I want you to check out Rogues, which is a short story compendium of stories about rogues. There are 21 short stories by all sorts of authors, including two of my personal favorites, George R.R. Martin and Patrick Rothfuss. Each story is about a rogue, a mischievous miscreant who astounds the crowd while bending the rules, or outright breaking them. Each story takes about an hour or two, so sneak them in when you have a chance. You won't regret it.
Thank you so much, Adam. Go check out that book, and why don't we talk about it over on the Discord? Join our Discord. We love discussing these books over there, and we can't wait to talk to you about this book or books you've read in the past or books you want to read. We have a lot of readers over on our Discord. Now, last but not least, Incompetech. Incompetech is a superb audio score website. They offer just the highest quality audio scores that you can think of. They are really friendly to creatives like us, and they are a great website that is very easy to search. That's Incompetech.com. Go check them out today. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. Let's get back to the episode, and I'll see you out on the internet. Bye, guys.
Gladia, will the Obsidian Flame do anything for, like, Manette?
Yes, if he's able to wield it properly.
How do we know if he can wield it?
Well, with some training, I'm sure Epido will be more than delighted to show him the ropes.
I'm sure that Manette probably perks up at the idea of when she says with some training.
Learning? Yes.
So, like,
You mean I get to
There's
study?
a tier. Manette's. Just a single tier.
I want to see the ropes.
Joy.
so they're having like this like inner circle conversation, and I'm standing back, several feet next to Tin, and like under my breath to Tin, I'm just like, so they were born of flame. That's
Well,
weird.
Was it any weirder than eggs, really?
Daddy Kenyon told me every year on the day of my birth how he bed my mother. It'd be weird if flames were involved.
Well, Kenyan, different races are born in different ways.
What?
Gosh, I'm trying to think of what character that reminds me of.
Conan. That reminds me of Conan. That's awesome.
What else would
That's a very barbarian thing.
barbarian
Yeah.
thing?
No, it's beautiful.
on your
Yeah.
birthday, your dad would tell you about how
they threw down.
they threw down.
Yeah.
Every year.
Maybe even
graphic
relive old
details.
times.
in absurd. Yeah. Yeah.
It's, don't judge my culture.
Don't
Wasn't.
culture shame me.
Oh man. So, anyways,
We're getting
a
way
little,
off track here.
Yeah. Let's bring this back in.
Sorry.
That's all right. Gladia says, now, before we get further, we need to activate your brothers and sisters. And they all they form this single file line, and everybody walks past it. Their arm straight out to their side at shoulder height, and almost like good game high-fiving the Obsidian Flame.
Okay, so it's not like creepy robotic.
No.
Okay.
It's like
Good
Okay.
flame, good flame,
good flame.
good flame.
Good flame.
Good flame. Meanwhile, our gear's getting rattier and rattier.
Yeah. So you notice as this is happening, I think it's something that Manette and Bon realize immediately as they start walking towards the flame is back the fuck up.
I'd back the fuck up.
Yeah. And you can see you can almost see the color start to drain from Gladia as this happens. But as when it finishes, she fills back with color. She's normal again.
I want to stand to the right of the flame, and as the Asmar go through touching the flame, I want to like do a quick ceremonial like welcome to the charged up Asmar group.
So like you shake their hands as they go past.
All right. Say, welcome to the club, fist bump. Welcome
Yep.
to the club, fist bump.
Now you are a true Asimar.
And so they're like doing the turn the line on themselves thing.
Yeah.
Kinian tries to get in the line,
All right.
and his hair catches a flame as he enrages.
All right. Do you walk like to the flame?
I walk to the flame.
Okay. So as you walk up to the flame, the closer you get, you are like you're right on the end of the line, right?
Yeah.
And as you walk up, you start hearing like this popping noise, and Sarissa's like, Kinian, no, don't. And you keep walking forward, and you're hearing like this pop, tear, and as you get maybe like 10 feet in front of it, all of this like gold and stuff like that starts exploding out from your like hip, and those behind hear glass as a spattering of potions go out across from the quiver.
I leap backwards.
You leap backwards, and you notice the what's that called? The hole, the
Portable hole.
The portable hole is nothing but a sheet now. And luckily, all of your stored weapons and stuff like that have retained their power. They're powerful enough to withstand the distance that you were at.
So my dragon essence, because I'm a little ways back.
Yeah.
His loss is my gain. For safekeeping. I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
So what's the ground look like right now?
Covered in gold.
Yeah, think of like a frat party in a dwarven gold mine. Like that's kind of what it looks like. Booze, potions, golden gems, weapons, strewn all about.
I look over to Rings and like gesture like, where's your bag? As approximately 49,000 gold has dispersed over the room.
I think.
Let's see.
So any of the characters who didn't know that Kinian had a portable hole would probably be extremely surprised by the sheer amount of gold that he's walking around with.
Yep.
Because he has been continuously stealing or acquiring things
50 per pound.
since
Ooh,
getting the portable
That's
hole.
980 pounds of gold coins.
That's just shy of a ton?
Yeah, so
Jesus.
my bag of holding won't hold anywhere near that.
No.
But my bed's definitely full of gold instead of coppers and silvers now.
I say, the obsidian flame is already shedding some light on some evil.
But
So
chick.
I look down at the portable hole and it's broken.
Mm-hmm.
And is my quiver wasted too?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wrecked up.
So Kinian's just like, fuck this, and I walk over and I plunge my hand into the flame.
Where's the Wand of Orcus?
It's on me. Like, this is probably the angriest you've ever seen Kinian, because wealth is everything to him, and having like all of my possessions basically exploded onto the floor, and the means to which I carry them around basically being destroyed.
You feel naked.
I feel naked. I'm pissed.
It's like
Well
your
done.
clothes have been ripped off, except
Yeah.
not in a good way.
Logic's gone out the window
he's
at this
Kenyan,
point.
so Q's starting to feel bad for Kenyan.
So here's what happens.
Not don't steal his gold bad. But just-
You all see like he trudges up and I'm sure most of you are shouting how terrible of an idea this is to Kenyan. But it falls on deaf ears as his flames, his hair flames ignite, and he steps forward, and you see like this small smirk appear on Gladius' face.
Does his hair flame turn into obsidian flame?
It does.
Nice.
So when you reach into the flame, you start hearing cracking of like metal, and you hear this like sickening scream in your mind. 1 second. You have a save that you need to make for me. I need you to make an intelligence save, please.
Oh no.
Do I get Kyo's pipe?
You might be able to.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. All right. Good. Kenyan, you take 100 points of psychic damage as you.
Well, yeah, his portable hole broke.
Right. As you're holding your hand in the flames, and you let out like this cry that mirrors the cry in your head, and everybody feels like this eruption of magic that moves across the weave in this area. Kenyan, you have lost all of your magic items. But as you pull your hand back, your hair becomes it still stays with this obsidian flame of hair as you continue to rage, and your intelligence increases.
What?
Yeah. So you are now at a 15 intelligence.
And you're at what, 8 before?
I'm at 8.
So you almost doubled in intelligence.
A whole new world.
You could learn how to read now.
I probably do know how to read.
He
True, it's
realized
magic. It's
he knew
magic.
He knew it the whole time. He just didn't know he knew it.
Your first reaction is, boy, that was dumb.
Wow, so that's why you guys always look at these squiggles.
change the way that you play Kenyan.
Not totally.
So I stumbled back with obsidian flames like burning.
Yeah. Do you want a cool scar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You have
Cool scars are always cool.
You have an obsidian flame scar. It looks
So it's like scarification type of tattoo style.
Yeah, and it's pure black. Like you've got
Goes up his arm?
Yeah, you've got black skin already, I believe, right? And so
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a real dark complexion near like a charcoal gray type color. It's pure black. It's obsidian. And
Are you an Asmar now?
Kenyan,
Do you need to rewrite your character?
Well, that was stupid.
He's an orc Samar.
Your axe.
I didn't have my axe on me. They popped out of the quiver. Are you saying everything on the ground?
No. Yeah, no. Anything that you had, like your belt, your...
I didn't have a belt.
I
You didn't
have
have
his, He gave me his belt.
Yeah, because
He's
he
got
hit
the
level
amber
20.
shard.
Oh, shit, son. What you see of Kenyan as he, like, pulls his hand back, as you see, like, the Wand of Orcus tumble to the ground, and as it hits the ground, it breaks into several pieces. And you get, like, the smell, the stink of death that comes from it as it breaks across the ground. It turns into like this flesh that just kind of like sits flat and rotten.
I was kind of hoping it'd be like 7 pieces of
Yeah,
Wand
right. Of
Orcus.
Orcus. Ooh. And then
Or I guess
you
pieces
have
of
boots,
meat,
right?
So 9 pieces of
Boots, breastplate.
Okay. The boots look normal. The breastplate is tarnished. And as you look at him, he's like, "Wow, that was stupid." And you see shards erupt from his chest. And Anem goes, "Son of a bitch."
How big is the hole in his chest from where the shard burst out of him?
Well, there's not really a hole. It's like shards are sticking out, and Kinian, you're probably like clutching at them in severe pain at this point. Your rage is sustaining, and I think this is a pretty gruesome sight for y'all to witness.
I've got a +1 medicine check if you want some emergency surgery.
I got the fork.
I can heal you when you step back, but I don't even want to cast a spell near that thing right now.
Yeah, I run up to you and I'm like, dude, not cool. And I poke you for.
You push him on the shoulder.
I push you for some heals.
I probably
For eight heals.
look horrible, but at the same time, I probably look healthier
Yeah.
Oh yes.
as the wand is destroyed.
Yep.
And I stumble back toward everybody, looking definitely more clear-eyed.
Yes.
What the fuck?
So when you're saying that, you see Rings like fidgeting with one of her rings, and she goes, "How you feeling?" Like, and you've got like shards sticking out of you.
Like, strange. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, why would you guys keep an artifact like that? It was supposed to give everyone power, but now my brain? I'm understanding things.
She.
Why would you do that to me?
First, Ring says, "Can you take another hit?"
Yeah.
She walks up carefully to you and puts her hand on the crystal, the shard that's sticking out of your chest, and you see her hand like starts to vibrate, and then you hear this like loud shattering noise go off, and the crystal turns into powder, and as it turns into this powder, blood just starts pouring out of you. And at that point, I think the core of clerics are casting everything they can to keep the blood and your life energy inside of you. They come over, and you have now regained all of your hit points back. You look fine. Your mundane armor is destroyed. It's got holes in it and stuff like that. Gladia, she says, "Kinian, do you now realize the purpose of the Obsidian Flame?"
To harness the weave?
Yes. She starts to nod, and she says, "The Obsidian Flame is an artifact that harnesses one law of nature, and that is no energy, whether it's magic or elemental, can be created or destroyed, but only transferred.
So,
You are a very lucky person. We tried many iterations, especially with your kind."
So she's just telling you that they committed orc genocide.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they did experiments and shit.
She says, "It must be the human in you that fortified your blood. You're a very lucky person. Hell, I'm surprised you didn't die outright with your Genasi background."
it seemed to have helped more than hurt. I released like the straps and the armor and just let it
Just-
slam to the ground.
Yeah.
Kyo tries to make Kinian feel better by, bringing him Kyo's quiver.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, did he lose all his potions then?
Yeah, they all broke on the ground.
Oh.
had some really good potions.
You had some
5
nice.
Supremes.
You had some nice diamonds too. Do the diamonds?
Yeah, the
explode?
diamonds are fine.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yay.
Yeah, they're diamonds.
So,
They're
some, of
not
your
magical.
Yeah.
some of your gold appears to be missing. But
So, when I was near it and Bond touched the flame, did I just lose the helm of
Yeah.
comprehend languages?
Well, it's a good thing I was experiencing such awe and reverence towards the obsidian flame that I had just been standing, like, at a
Far
far
enough.
away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I
It's a good thing somebody
respected the
held me
power.
back.
She says, "Do not weep for your lost items. The obsidian flame can create and fortify anything that you wish."
This is like the God version of "Don't cry over spilled milk."
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you lost some of the most powerful things in the game, and
But
it's
Kyo's
whatever.
kind of crying over it because
Yeah.
Hey, Gladia,
yes.
what would happen if I stuck Celestia's might in the flame?
Celestia's might was created with the flame. So
So like nothing.
nothing would happen. It's been tempered. It's been tempered by the obsidian flame.
It got a little acid on it. Would that fix it?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt
Okay.
into the flame, see what happens.
Okay. As you shoot a firebolt into it, you see like it gets closer and closer, and then the flames themselves, they grow slightly, and then it just completely dissipates into this blackness.
So it doesn't work how Kyo thinks then, because Kyo's like, if we feed
Right.
energy into it, stuff will come out.
Right. Yeah. And Minette and Kinian, you are starting to think that the blackness is actually the void of things in that area, and that the flame itself is not the power, it's the brazier. The blackness is the absence of like magic, the absence of the material in that makes things up. It's essentially a black hole.
I stick Celestia's might in there and
Okay, just
polish it up.
move it around. Okay. All right.
Get rid of my -1.
She looks at you all and she says, "So, you have a task that you need to accomplish. That's why Bane has been brought here. That's why all of the Aasimar have been brought here. I charge you, the Obsidian Flame, to kill the Demogorgon. That will end the war. The Demogorgon is the only thing holding the demons together. It's holding a false ordning, if you wish."
Do we gotta suck it up with the soulmonger?
Yes, probably. It's up to you to decide how to kill the Demogorgon. But know that his soul must be destroyed. To kill the Demogorgon outside of his own plane would only allow him to rematerialize in the abyssal plane.
So
So soulmonger.
Or we can kill him in the abyssal.
Or we kill him there.
So we put a strap on the brazier, and we give it to him and say it's a fresh helmet for him. You strap it on your chin.
That's very clever. I don't think that's gonna work.
it would have been a lot easier for me to fight the Demogorgon, before I had a giant hole in my chest. Mistakes were made.
Then make a new one. You have the tools. You
That's
will
like
learn.
a kid in Christmas.
You will learn.
I looked to Minette and I'm like, we need to get that stuff back, man.
Some of it.
I'm curious, what is Bond's intelligence?
Not 15, that's for darn sure.
15.
So-
I think 15 brings Kinian up
He's
to
the
second smartest.
Yeah, he's not the
Yeah,
second
'cause
smartest in
I
the
only have a
group.
12.
Yep.
I'm Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
Guys, I think I'm the new dumbest.
Because
the
Kyo's a
Credible
little
Hulk.
clever, but not very.
The Credible Hulk.
Yeah, he's got a brain now.
Minetta,
Well,
I can assist you. Like, and in all earnest, like,
You need to
Kinian's
go with a
being
pair of
serious.
glasses.
Yeah, like,
And he doesn't say help, he says assist. He's going for big words now. I think a shiver goes down everybody's spine as this clarity has like washed over Kinian.
especially rings.
Yeah, yeah. Tin, you are noticing like as the conversation is moving on, Rings is still fiddling with one of her rings, and you notice one of the gems is broken.
Ooh. Did she get closer than me to the... Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
had
She was
a
standing right next to you.
wishes.
So can you read now?
You look around, and
I've got a T-shirt on that says Kinian's an idiot.
I don't think you can automatically read. It's still something you would need to quickly be taught, but you're intelligent enough and have been surrounded by language enough that just association, like this is the letter A, it makes the sound ah. You can make you could read like within a week.
I can teach him how to read. No. This is like, because Kyo likes writing up contracts.
Uh-huh.
So, Kyo's got some like Thomas Jefferson handwriting. He's
So, I asked Gladia how we're supposed to locate the Demogorgon.
She says that's a fantastic question. I think your best bet is probably to get him to come to you somehow. It's up to you, but I highly suggest you do not fight him in the abyssal plane. That entire plane is his.
I was gonna say
his
he
home.
probably draws strength when he's on that plane.
He's significantly weaker when he comes to a different plane.
Do we know what he's after aside from
Domination of the world
domination
and all
of
that.
the planes? Is there something specific that could draw him somewhere?
Yin speaks up and she says, the Demogorgon is said to want to destroy all life. Whatever you can bring of that, maybe somehow you can draw him out from that information.
So you're saying we should set up around the mating pools?
Or like I should
Metaphorically, yes, probably. That's
Hmm.
that's why I think he went for the material plane. Think about it. That's where most things are created and destroyed.
I think it'd be wise for us to gather our strength and fortify a more defensible location that is host to a lot of life. Perhaps Waterdeep even. It's probably going to be where he's going to invest the most energy. It's
There's a
the
lot of
most
bodies.
densely populated location within of all of Faerun.
Yin is kind of like nodding her head as well. I think most of the people around are kind of in agreement there. So a bastion of hope may draw him in, but I highly doubt one bastion in the material plane will do the trick. It may draw his attention, but why would he come to the material plane himself? What could you do to
Capture his lieutenants. That last bastard got away.
Well, but wouldn't he be happy to have his... Like, does he consider them to be rivals to him?
I think Yin pipes up and she says, from what I've read, the demon lords don't like each other.
That's what I thought.
And the fact that the Demogorgon has whipped them into shape, I'm guessing he's just biding his time.
Waiting to be the last one.
Or waiting for the right time to strike.
We're holding all the cards, ladies and gentlemen. And I look over at Minette. I'm like, we have the Soulmonger. He'll find us. It's absolute power over your rivals.
That's true.
Maybe we could, like, send a messenger to all the different planes and, like, just shout out that the Order of the Obsidian Flame in Waterdeep has the Soulmongerer.
We could
Like
publish it in
heralds.
The Voice.
Fuck.
I think with all of our activated Aasimar friends now, we might present a very good beacon of hope if we truly do, protect Waterdeep and provide, protection there for the creatures of the material world. Then if we do take out the rest of the demon lords, the Demogorgon will have no choice but to do it himself.
I'm just spitballing here.
It would be good
But,
to kill the rest of them.
What if we take the Obsidian Flame to Waterdeep? Sure, he wants his hands on that.
It can't be. We can't risk that.
I think
mean-
that'd have to be like our plan Z, like after
mean-
we've exhausted all of our other plans.
The way I see it, either we win or we die. And if we die, well, we're dead, so...
Yeah, but then we're leaving a whole lot of other people to die as well. It's not just us.
Yeah, but the average age of people, and it's got to be at least like 10.
So when can I start making things?
They live full lives.
Now, I think Yin pipes up, and she says, I don't know if you really do want to kill all of the other demon lords. Now, hear me out. If you kill the commander, what do? You create
Power vacuum,
a power vacuum. Exactly, Tim.
which we've already been doing. We've already killed 3? At least 2.
More than 3.
We fought Orcus, but we didn't kill him.
Yeah, but how powerful is he without his wand?
He wasn't that powerful with the swan.
Yeah.
That's the DM.
Okay, yeah, we killed Zutmoy, we killed Dweeblex, and we fought Orcus. That still leaves 4 that we've not fought at all, plus the Demogorgon, and Orcus is still alive.
We may not need to take out the demon lords, but
I mean, at the
Cut
same time,
off
it wouldn't
the-
be bad.
Heads.
Yeah. Because once you create that power vacuum, you essentially lock them in another eternal struggle until one is strong enough to rise above. It's off-putting the problem, but there's always going to be demon lords. It's just you kill the set we know as demon lords now,
and
And then-
something else will take their place and become a demon lord in their turn.
exactly.
Fair enough.
So we kill all demons.
We'll start with the biggest and go down the list.
Bond
what I
like
was
sits
saying
up a
from
little
the start.
straighter, like,
Like,
kill all demons, you
Bond
say?
becomes erect.
like Bond's just sitting there the whole time, right? Like,
And that's how Bond became a demon lord.
I don't know what we should do. Ooh, kill all demons. What was that? I'm awake.
We can worry about that later. When can I start making stuff?
hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.